2016-17 Michigan Wolverines men's basketball team. The 2016-17 Michigan Wolverines men's basketball team represented the University of Michigan during the 2016-17 NCAA Division I men's basketball season. The Wolverines, led by head coach John Beilein in his 10th year, played their home games for the 50th consecutive year at the Crisler Center in Ann Arbor, Michigan. This season marked the program's 101st season and its 100th consecutive year as a member of the Big Ten Conference. The team earned the 2017 Big Ten Conference Tournament Championship and reached the Sweet 16 round of the 2017 NCAA Men's Division I basketball tournament. The entering class included 2016 Ohio Gatorade Player of the Year and Ohio Mr. Basketball Xavier Simpson. The departing class included graduating seniors Caris, LeVert, and Albrecht, who were both injured midway through the prior season. Sophomores Aubrey Dawkins, Cameron, Chatman, and Doyle transferred out of the program. The team also lost assistant coaches Bacari Alexander and LaVall Jordan, who had both been with the team for 6 seasons. Senior co-captain Derek Walton earned second team All-Big Ten recognition during the 2016-17 Big Ten Conference men's basketball season. Mo Wagner and Zach Irvin were honorable mention All-Big Ten selections. The team enjoyed a healthy season in which its top 8 scorers played in all 38 games. Departures: Caris, LeVert, and Albrecht graduated during their senior seasons for the 2015-16 Michigan Wolverines men's basketball team. Albrecht used the graduate transfer option to play a 5th year for the 2016-17 Purdue Boilermakers men's basketball team. Doyle announced he would transfer to another program for his final 2 seasons of eligibility. Due to NCAA transfer rules, he would have to sit out the 2016-17 season before becoming eligible. On April 1, Beilein decided not to restrict Doyle or Albrecht from transferring to schools within the Big Ten if they desired to do so. On April 6, 2016, Aubry Dawkins transferred to play for the UCF Knights, where his father, Johnny Dawkins, had been named head coach 2 weeks prior. The following day, assistant coach LaVall Jordan, who had spent the prior 6 seasons with Michigan, was hired as the head coach of Milwaukee Panthers men's basketball. On April 20, the story broke that assistant coach Bacari Alexander, who had spent the prior 6 seasons with Michigan, would leave to be hired as the head coach of Detroit Titans men's basketball. On May 3, 2016, Albrecht announced he would play his final year of collegiate basketball for the Purdue Boilermakers. On that same day, Cameron Chatman announced his intention to transfer with 2 years of eligibility remaining. On May 4, Billy Donlon and Sadie Washington were named assistant head coaches. On May 17, Doyle announced his decision to play for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles, which became official 2 days later. On June 8, Chatman announced that he would transfer to play at Detroit under Alexander after sitting out 1 season. Preseason: on October 11, 2016, a panel of conference media selected a 10-member preseason All-Big Ten team, and Derek Walton was among the honorees. Zach Irvin and Walton represented the team at the October 13 Big Ten Basketball Media Day held in Washington, D.C. Michigan began the season unranked, but received votes in the preseason coaches poll. The team scheduled its 3rd annual open practice selfie promotion day for October 25. According to SB Nation, Irvin #11, Walton #16, and Mohammed Ali Abdur-Rahman #23 were among the 25 best players entering the season in the Big Ten Conference. On November 1, Michigan announced that the team would have an Anthem Buddy program for youth between age 8 and 11 to stand for the anthem with their favorite player. Walton and Irvin served as co-captains. 2016-17 recruits: on August 7, 2014, John Tesk, who lived in Grand Rapids, Michigan's suburb of Granville, until he was 10, and his family moved to Medina, Ohio, committed to Michigan via Twitter. On April 16, 2015, Austin Davis of Onsted, Michigan committed to Michigan. On May 11, Tyus Battle committed to Michigan. At the time of Battle's signing, the entire set of scholarships for the class of 2016 seemed to be allocated. On June 19, Battle decommitted from Michigan. On July 28, Aubry Watson committed to Michigan from Caris LeVert's alma mater Pickerington High School Central. On September 9, Xavier Simpson committed to the team. At the time, he was ranked as the number 66 player and number 12 point guard by ESPN, number 55 and number 12 by Scout.com, and number 87 player and number 44 guard by Rivals.com, making him the number 69 player and 13 point guard by 247 Sports.com. Davis, Tesk, Watson, and Simpson all signed their national letters of intent on November 11, 2015. Michigan announced that sophomore Fred Wright Jones, a team manager as a freshman and in-car recognized official practice player after injuries to LeVert and Albrecht, would join the team as a walk-on. Among the accomplishments of the recruits are Simpson earning the 2015 Ohio Associated Press Division I Player of the Year and Davis earning the 2015 Michigan Associated Press Class B Player of the Year award. Simpson was named 2016 Ohio Mr. Basketball by the Associated Press. Simpson's Lima Senior High School was undefeated until losing in the OSA Division I championship game to Westerville South High School, finishing the season 29-1. Simpson also earned the Ohio Boys Basketball Gatorade Player of the Year honor. Michigan recruits Simpson, Aubry Watson, and John Tesk were all named to the 2015-16 Associated Press Ohio High School Division I Boys Basketball All-State First Team. ESPN's Jeff Borzello named Simpson as one of the top 25 entering freshmen in the 2016-17 class on April 6, 2016. Austin Davis finished second in the Mr. Basketball of Michigan voting to Michigan State commit Cassius Winston of University of Detroit Jesuit High School and Academy. Davis repeated as Michigan Associated Press Class B Player of the Year. Future recruits 2017-18. On October 23, 2015, four-star recruit Jordan Poole became the first commitment for the class of 2017 after home gym visit from Beilein and assistant coach Jordan and multiple Michigan campus visits. Poole had several competing offers including Illinois, Indiana, Nebraska, Memphis, Marquette, and Auburn. As a junior, Poole was a 2016 WBCA All-State Boys Basketball First-Team selection. On June 20, 2016, reports confirmed that Michigan had recruited Kentucky transfer Charles Matthews, who played his freshman season for the 2015-16 Kentucky Wildcats. Matthews would have to sit out the 2016-17 season. Michigan confirmed the story on July 1. The same day, Poole announced that he would transfer from Rufus King High School in Wisconsin to La Lumiere School in Indiana, where he would experience a campus lifestyle, play a schedule with several ESPN broadcasts, and be teamed up with unsigned class of 2017 prospects Brian Bowen and Jeremiah Tillman. On July 19, Spring Grove area high school point guard Illy Brooks committed to Michigan over offers such as defending national champion Villanova, Ohio State, NC State, Temple, and Kansas State. On August 7, Isaiah Livers committed to Michigan over contenders Michigan State, Butler, Minnesota, California, and Boston College. Livers was named 2017 Michigan Gatorade Player of the Year and Mr. Basketball of Michigan. He is Michigan's 11th Mr. Basketball of Michigan, but the first since Manny Harris in 2007. Poole was a member of the 2017 Dix National High School champion La Lumiere team. 2018-19. On December 22, 2016, junior recruit David DeJulius became the first commitment for the class of 2018 after receiving a December 17 offer following his career-high 46-point 7 rebound, 5 assist performance of December 17 in leading East English Village Preparatory Academy over Dakota High School and Michigan. Season summary. November. On November 4, the team played an exhibition game against Armstrong State, winning 77-49. Wagner and Irvin led the team with scoring in the exhibition with 15 points each. Mohammed Ali Abdur-Rahman sat out the exhibition with an ankle injury. Michigan opened the season on November 11 against Howard, winning 76-58. Derek Walton led the team in scoring with 20 points, including 4 three-pointers, while D.J. Wilson led the team in rebounding with 8 rebounds to go along with 9 points playing in 20 minutes off the bench. Additionally, Rockman returned from his ankle injury, reclaiming his spot in the starting lineup. On November 13, Michigan defeated UQE 77-65. Zach Irvin led the team in scoring with 15 points, as 4 Wolverines finished the game with double-digit points, while Wilson led the team in rebounds with 14 to go along with 7 points and 5 blocks playing in 30 minutes off the bench. In the semifinal round of the 2016 2K Sports Classic held at Madison Square Garden on November 17, Michigan defeated Marquette 79-61 behind a team-high 16 points from Irvin and 4 other double-digit scoring efforts, including D.J. Wilson's first career double-double, 10 points and 12 rebounds. The following night, Michigan won the tournament by defeating SMU 76-54. Walton made 7 three-point shots and scored 23, while Irvin added another 16 to earn tournament MVP. On November 23, Michigan suffered its first loss of the season to South Carolina, 46-61. Michigan was led by Walton with a team-high 15 points. Michigan scored 24 of its 46 points from the free throw line, shooting just 19%, 10 for -52 from the field, including 2 for -26 from three-point range. On November 26, Michigan defeated Mount St. Mary's 64-47. Michigan was led by Irvin with 14 points as the Wolverines used a 25-4 run to turn a 4-point deficit into a 17-point halftime lead. On November 30, Michigan lost to Virginia Tech 70-73 in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. Michigan was led by Irvin with a game-high 23 points as the Hokies rallied from a 9-point deficit at halftime to take their first lead of the game, with 1:46 remaining and hold on to win. December. On December 3, Michigan defeated Kennesaw State 82-55. Michigan was led by Moritz Wagner with a career-high 20 points, while D.J. Wilson posted his second double-double of the season with 15 points and 11 rebounds. Michigan used a 19-4 run to end the first half to take an 18-point lead into the halftime break. Michigan emerged victorious against Texas on December 6. Michigan led by as many as 10 in the first half, but neither team led by more than 3 in the final 17 minutes. Wagner led the team with 15 points, including a putback that gave the team the lead with 18.8 seconds left, followed by a blocked shot on the subsequent defensive stand. On December 10, Michigan lost to #2 AP poll /#2 coaches poll UCLA 84-102. Michigan was led by Irvin with 18 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. The two teams combined for 22 three-pointers in the first half, as Michigan's first 18 points of the game came from beyond the arc. The game was tied 50-50 at halftime. However, Michigan made just 3 field goals in the final 7 minutes of the game as UCLA pulled away with the victory. With 9 points, Walton became the 51st Wolverine in program history to score 1,000 career points. On December 13, Michigan defeated Central Arkansas by a 97-53 margin on the strength of a school record 19 three-point shots. On December 17, Michigan defeated Maryland Eastern Shore 98-49. Michigan's 49-point victory was a season high and the 10th largest margin of victory in program history. Michigan was led by Walton with a game-high 21 points, while Wilson scored a career-high 16 points. Michigan recorded a season-high 28 assists as a team, assisting on 28 off-minutes 34 made field goals, led by Abdur-Rahman's career-high 10 assists. Fred Wright-Jones recorded his first career points on a three-pointer. On December 22, Michigan defeated Furman 68-62. Michigan was led by Wagner with a game-high 18 points and 6 rebounds. Michigan was a perfect 16 for minutes 16 from the free throw line, shooting 100% from the line for the first time since 2014-15. With the win, John Beilein earned his 750th career win. January. On January 1, Michigan lost to Iowa 83-86 in overtime in its Big Ten Conference opener. Wilson posted his third career double-double of the season with a career-high 28 points and 14 rebounds. On January 4, Michigan defeated Penn State 72-69. Michigan trailed 29-36 at halftime, and Penn State led by as many as 14 points in the second half before the Wolverines outscored the Nittany Lions 32-15 over the final 12-plus minutes of the game for the comeback win. With the win, head coach John Beilein became the second coach in program history to reach 200 wins, with the Wolverines joining Johnny Orr, who is the all-time leader with 209. On January 7, Michigan lost to Maryland 70-77. Michigan was led by Wagner, who scored 15 of his team-high 17 points in the second half. On January 11, Michigan lost to Illinois 69-85. Michigan was led by Wilson with a team-high 19 points. On January 14, Michigan defeated Nebraska 91-85. 3 Wolverines reached the 20-point mark, including a career-high 23 points from Wagner. On January 17, Michigan lost to #17/#17 Wisconsin 64-68. Michigan was led by Irvin with a game-high 20 points. After trailing by 5 points at halftime, Michigan used a 17-2 run to take an 8-point lead, with 12:40 left in the game. Wisconsin then went on a 15-0 run to regain the lead for good. On January 21, Michigan defeated Illinois 66-57. Michigan was led by Wilson with a game-high 19 points, while Walton posted his first double-double of the season with 13 points and 11 rebounds. On January 26, Michigan defeated Indiana 90-60. Michigan's 30-point win is the second largest margin of victory over the Hoosiers in program history, plus 48. February 22, 1998, by the 1997-98 Wolverines over the 1997-98 Hoosiers. 6 Wolverines scored in double figures, including all 5 starters, led by Walton with a game-high 21 points. It was the first time Michigan had 6 players in double digits since December 12, 2015, against Delaware State. On January 29, Michigan lost their rivalry game to Michigan State 62-70. Michigan was led by Walton with a season-high 24 points. The loss was Michigan's 5th straight loss to MSU. February. On February 4, Michigan lost to Ohio State 66-70. Walton posted his second double-double of the season with a season-high 25 points and 10 rebounds. On February 7, Michigan defeated rival Michigan State 86-57. The win snapped a 5-game losing streak against Michigan State. With his 20 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds, Walton became the 3rd player in Michigan program history to reach 1,000 points, 400 rebounds, and 400 assists, joining Gary Grant and Jalen Rose. Michigan's 29-point victory was the largest margin of victory in the series since 1996, when Michigan also won by 29 points, 75-46. The Wolverines forced the Spartans into 21 turnovers and outscoring them 37 in points off turnovers. The last time Michigan forced 20 or more turnovers was on November 14, 2011, against Towson. Michigan shot 60% from the field, the first time The Spartans' defense allowed an opponent to shoot over 50% from the field all season. On February 12, Michigan defeated Indiana 75-63. Michigan was led by Walton with a game-high 25 points, his fifth consecutive 20-plus point game. Wagner posted his first career double-double with 11 points and 10 rebounds. The win marked the Wolverines' first win at Assembly Hall since 2009, and the first time they defeated Indiana twice in the same Big Ten season since 1994-95. It was the team's first road win. Walton earned Co-Big Ten Player of the Week honors on February 13. On February 16, Michigan defeated #11/10, Wisconsin 64-58, earning their first win over a ranked opponent of the season. Michigan was led by Wagner with a team-high 21 points. With 5 rebounds in the game, Walton became the first player in program history to record 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, and 400 assists. On February 19, Michigan lost to Minnesota 78-83 in overtime. Michigan was led by Walton and Wilson with 16 points each. On February 22, Michigan defeated Rutgers 68-64. Michigan was led by Irvin with a game-high 16 points. With the win, Beilein earned his 500th career win in Division I play. On February 25, Michigan was led by Wagner with a career-high 24 points, including 22 points in the first half. Walton posted his third double-double of the season with 17 points and 11 rebounds. March. On March 1, Michigan lost to Northwestern 65-67, following a buzzer-beater layup from Pardon. Michigan was led by Walton with a team-high 15 points. On March 5, Michigan handed Nebraska its worst loss in program history 36-point margin and set a record for opposition points scored 93 in Pinnacle Bank Arena in the final regular season contest of the year. Walton posted his fourth double-double of the season with a game-high 18 points and set a Michigan single-game record with 16 assists, surpassing Gary Grant. With the win, head coach John Beilein tied Johnny Orr for most wins in Michigan program history with 209. Walton earned a second Co-Big Ten Player of the Week honors on March 6. Postseason. On March 8, the team plane slid off the runway after it aborted a takeoff at Willow Run Airport to depart for the 2017 Big Ten Conference men's basketball tournament. Despite damage to the plane, all passengers were unharmed. As a result, the team did not arrive at the tournament until less than 90 minutes before the scheduled noon tip-off on March 9. The team played in practice uniforms, jumped out to an early 31-11 lead, and went on to defeat Illinois by a 75-55 score. Michigan never trailed in the game, which gave Beilein his 210th victory at Michigan, a new school record surpassing Johnny Orr. On March 10, Michigan defeated #12/13 Purdue 74-70 in overtime during the quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament. Michigan was led by Wilson with a game-high 26 points. There were 18 lead changes and 14 ties during a closely contested game. Neither team led by more than 4 points in the second half. On March 11, Michigan defeated Minnesota 84-77 during the semifinals of the Big Ten tournament. Michigan was led by Walton with a career-high 29 points and a game-high 9 assists. Walton scored or assisted on 18 of Michigan's final 20 points. The 47 points allowed by Minnesota are the most the Golden Gophers have conceded in a first half this season. With the win, Michigan advanced to the Big Ten tournament final for the first time since 2014 and the third time in program history. Seeded 8th, Michigan is the lowest seed to reach the Big Ten tournament final since 2008. On March 12, Michigan defeated #23/24 Wisconsin 71-56 to claim their first Big Ten tournament championship since 1998. Michigan was led by Walton with a game-high 22 points and 7 assists, and was named tournament MVP. Irvin recorded 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, and was named to the All-Tournament team. As the No. 8 seed, Michigan became the lowest-seeded team ever to win the Big Ten tournament. In the first round of the 2017 NCAA tournament, Michigan defeated Oklahoma State by a 92-91 margin on the strength of a school NCAA tournament record 16 three-point shots on 29 attempts, including 11 15 three-point shooting in the second half. Michigan's 16 three-point field goals also tied the Big Ten record for an NCAA tournament game. The team was led by Derek Walton's 26 points. With 26 points, 11 assists, and 5 rebounds, Walton was the first player with at least 25 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds in a tournament game since Dwayne Wade in 2003. On March 19, Michigan defeated Louisville 73-69 in a rematch of the 2013 NCAA Division I men's basketball championship game to advance to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2014 and third time in the past 5 seasons. Michigan was led by Wagner with a career-high 26 points. Wagner's 26 points were the most by a Wolverine in an NCAA tournament game since Ray Jackson scored 28 points against Western Kentucky in the first round of the 1995 NCAA Division I men's basketball. Michigan led the country in fewest turnovers per game with just 9.2 turnovers per contest. Michigan set a new program record with 350 made three-pointers this season. After the first week of the tournament, the 7th-seeded Wolverines were regarded by some media outlets as the feel-good story of the NCAA tournament. On March 23, Michigan lost to Oregon 68-69. Michigan was led by Walton with a game-high 20 points, as Walton and Irvin scored 26 of Michigan's 35 second-half points. Schedule and results. The 18-game set of games against Big Ten opponents was announced on June 20 without dates. On July 27, the 14-game pre-conference schedule was announced, including the first games of 3 home and home series against Texas, UCLA, and South Carolina. The final schedule was announced on August 25. Roster. Coaching staff. Support staff. Waleed Samaha, Director of Basketball Operations. Chris Hunter, Director of Player Personnel. Ryan Smothers, Video Analyst. Devin Mulry, Graduate Manager. Rankings. Statistics. The team posted the following statistics. Honors. On December 5, 2016, Irvin was named as a nominee for the All-State Good Works team in honor of his volunteerism and civic involvement. On January 6, 2017, Walton was one of 5 Big Ten players included on the 30-man senior class award candidate list. On January 9, the Wolverines promoted Andrew Dakich to full scholarship status. Moritz Wagner was one of 2 Big Ten athletes, along with Caleb Swanigan, named to the February 9, 2016-17 NCAA Division I Academic All-District Men's Basketball Team for District 5 Isle, in Mayo, placing them among the 40 finalists for the Academic All-American 15-man team. Walton earned Co-Big Ten Player of the Week recognition with Jordan Murphy on February 13 and with Swanigan on March 6. Walton was recognized by both the coaches and the media as a second-team All-Big Ten selection, while Wagner was an honorable mention selection by both groups and Irvin was an honorable mention selection by the media. Walton was one of 10 Big Ten players honored as all-district selections by the United States Basketball Writers Association. Walton was selected as Most Outstanding Player of the 2017 Big Ten Conference Men's Basketball Tournament and was joined on the All-Tournament team by Irvin. Walton was included on the National Association of Basketball Coaches Division I All-District 7 second team on March 22. Irvin 35.4 and Walton 34.8 finished first and second in minutes played in the Big Ten for the season. Walton also finished second in free throw percentage 87.6% and assist/turnover ration 2.9. Irvin finished his career tied for first in career games played in school history 142, third in career three-point shots made 241, and fourth in career minutes played 4,225. Walton finished his career second in career free throw percentage 83.67%, third in career games started 126, fourth in career assists 499, and fourth in career three-point field goals made 233. Following the season, Walton was named team MVP. The 2013-14 team had set a Big Ten free throw percentage record by shooting 76.2% for the season. The 2016-17 Michigan Wolverines. Michigan also led the Big Ten in field goal percentage 48.3%, plus 3.4 turnover margin per game, 1.5 assist/turnover ratio, and 9.5 three-point field goals made per game. Their 9.4 turnovers per game led the nation going into the NCAA tournament. Team players drafted into the NBA. Wilson became the 8th NBA draft selection during the John Beilein era when the Milwaukee Bucks made him the 17th selection. He was the first of 4 2016-17 Big Ten Conference players selected in the 2017 NBA draft. Sources: Postseason. Following the season on March 28, both Andrew Dakich and Mark Donnell announced that they would graduate and transfer to other programs as fifth-year graduate transfers. On April 10, both DJ Wilson and Mo Wagner declared for the 2017 NBA draft, but did not hire agents, which gave them until May 24 to withdraw their names and retain their athletic eligibility to return to Michigan. 57 of the 78 players who declared for the 2016 NBA draft without hiring an agent withdrew their names. On May 1, Donnell announced that he would use his final year of eligibility to play with the 2017-18 Clemson Tigers. On May 24, Wagner withdrew his name from the NBA draft and Wilson did not. References ==